Beloved, I want you to envision, if you can, the radical act of someone not merely touching the threshold of a new family with the tip of their toe in water, but diving in headlong into its embrace, surrendering entirely to its essence, forsaking all pretense. This isn't a half-hearted tale of affiliation or a half-hearted masquerade. It's the saga of becoming wholly woven into the fabric of humanity's life as the human family. It mirrors, beloved, the self-emptying, sacrificial love of Jesus, who descends from heaven, enters into the womb of Mary, enters into our humanity, enters into our sufferings, enters into death for us, trampling death by death, conquering sin, hell, and the grave, and rising to unite us to him as partakers of his divine nature. I want you to dwell for a moment as we enter this weekend where we honor and celebrate Christ as the Passover who was sacrificed for us. The magnificence of the incarnation. Jesus, in his infinite grace, didn't merely don the cloak of humanity as one might wear a garment. He was not a deity divided, half immersed in the divine, half embodied in the flesh, nor was he God masquerading in a human disguise. He was entirely and utterly one of us, embracing our human nature in its entirety, except for sin. Our thoughts, our choices, our emotions. Jesus entered into the fullness of that, and with every choice he made, as our elder brother, high priest, and redeemer, living from the inside out, he was reconstructing humanity through his very being. This narrative of Jesus, God and man, we call him in theology the Theandros, the God-man. Divinely united, yet fully human, dispels any notion of a dual existence or a heavenly play acting. There was no distant observation from on high in Jesus, no inner commentary on his performance among us. He inhabited our human condition genuinely, fully, without a shadow of pretense. In his earthly journey and mission, Jesus embodied purity of purpose. His wasn't a quest for personal gain or self-realization, but a fulfillment of every prophetic utterance from Genesis to Malachi, the mission foretold, the mission sacred that is part of the eternal purpose of God the Father. His love, his sacrificial life, his offering of his life, not for himself, but for all the human race, stands as an unparalleled selflessness that has shaped every moment of human history and his earthly sojourn, guided solely by the story from Genesis to Malachi. In union with his Father, his life was a testament to a love so deep, so profound, so utterly self-sacrificial, and his devotion was completely unwavering. Rudolf Kassner was a visionary, an Austrian sage who journeyed beyond the confines of conventional thought. He was born in 1873. His writings remain a rich legacy, a tapestry, if you will, that weave together the sacred threads of human experience in relationship to the divine. He looked at the divine touch in the arts and the depths of our spiritual quests philosophically. He wasn't one who could be pigeonholed. He traversed all manner of literature, philosophy, and the mysterious and ineffable realms of the human soul, the psyche, with the ease of a seasoned traveler. His words painted pictures and still do for those who read him. His exploration of our inner and outer worlds challenges us to confront our own understanding of identity, transformation, and our eternal dance with the triune God through Christ by the Spirit. Kassner dared to delve into the mysteries of Jesus' essence, not just skimming the surface, but inviting those who read him, and us who read him now, to dive deeply into contemplation alongside Kassner. In today's fast-paced, surface-level, social media-driven culture, Rudolf Kassner's name might not echo in the halls of popular discourse. And yet, if you're hungry for a richer, more nuanced feast of thought, his work offers a banquet of insights. His legacy beckons us to pause and reflect, and perhaps discover anew the endless horizons of human and divine interconnectedness. He said this about Jesus: "I remain convinced that the God-man never at any time, not even for a moment, however brief, saw or attempted to see his own face in a mirror." That is profound. It's not merely about physical sight. It's a metaphor for a life lived outwardly for others, a focus unturned upon himself, but wholly directed toward the Father and toward us, his children. The notion of Jesus penning an autobiography is unimaginable. His story was and is lived in the hearts and through the voices of those who not only walked beside him then, but walk with him now from the inside out, and who bear witness to the light he continues to bring into the world. In this, we find not just a historical recounting in the Gospels, but a call to reflection of the gospel according to all of our lives, to lives lived in that eternal purpose, directed outwardly in self-sacrificial service, in self-emptying love, embodying and incarnating the very life of Jesus himself. I am reminded of what the late theologian Robert W. Jensen said about the incarnation. God became fully human because he refuses to be God without us. May we enter this weekend to honor and celebrate Christ as our Passover sacrificed for us, with fresh hearts and fresh ears and eyes, to see, to hear, and to behold him. And in beholding him, may we be transfigured from glory to glory. Let's make this weekend memorable.